We welcome you on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here at the Newman Gymnasium for some North Atlantic Conference volleyball playoffs. Today, we've got the number 3 seeded SUNY Delhi Broncos facing off against the number 6 seeded University of Maine-Presque Owls. These two teams will play today. Winner will play Husson right here tomorrow. Owen Snow giving you all the play-by-play today, and joined alongside me here is my good old friend Nolan Humphreys. Nolan, this is going to be a great testament on how these two teams will play today. Of course, everything's on the line here. Playoffs, win or go home. What would you like to see out of today?
Yeah, last time these teams matched up, Delhi swept them 3-0, right? So you want Umpy to have a little bit more fight in a win-or-go-home battle.
Absolutely here, Nolan. Delhi will wear the white jerseys and green numbers. Umpy will wear the blue jerseys with the yellow numbers. Audrey Lodgton will be the libero for Delhi to start, and then Mabi Mateo will be the libero for Umpy. Umpy will get the first serve from Riley Kolkow. Pawson will set up Nuss. Good dig there by Lodgton. Keep the rally alive. There's Plasania. Good block there by Delhi. Pawson will try to set up Nuss. Big block there by Onspach, but Delhi will get the first point of the matchup.
Good little rally there to start this game.
And now the libero Audrey Lodgton, senior out of Colorado, will get the serve. That one, great dig there by Mateo. Lodgton, a fierce defensive player, and there's a kill by Plasania, the junior middle blocker out of West Winfield, New York. Had 10 kills in the only regular season matchup against Umpy. That was on October 18th. Lodgton will serve again. The soft hit there, fielded cleanly. Then Nuss with the kill. Good dig there by Mateo. That hit there by Gutierrez. Mia Gutierrez will sail out of bounds. And a quick 3-0 start here for Delhi.
Umpy's got to try to get on the board as quick as they can. You don't want to fall too far behind this Delhi team.
Lodgton to continue serving off this Delhi run. The hit there blocked by Nuss. And then Wibosch will hit that one. And Delhi will get the point. Ella Ludmer, last one to touch it.
Really nice play there. Dropping it in that soft zone. Nobody able to get to her for Umpy fast enough.
Serve is up by Lodgton. Gardner just hits that one over, trying to throw Delhi's defense off. And there's Nuss with the kill. Good dig by Mateo. Good rally going. Here's Ludmer. And another point for Delhi. 5-0 lead now. Serve is up. That one touched the net, but still somehow goes over. Good block there by Ludmer. Poston. Good try there. Dig nicely by Gutierrez. Here's Nuss. Blocked there by Onspach. Onspach will just hit that one over. Lodgton fields it cleanly. Nuss's kill is good. She is one player to watch out for, as timeout called by Umpy head coach Jonathan Bowman. Kayla Nuss, a dangerous player to watch out for here today. Transferred from Lee Carbon Community College. She spent 2 years there, racking up 476 total kills. And then in this year, transferring to Delhi, has a whopping 288 kills in 29 matches. Nolan, what have you liked so far from Delhi? They've gotten off to a 6-0 start.
Yeah, no, they're doing really, really well. You know, not really making any mistakes. Sometimes you can see some mess-ups on serves. They're not really having that. They're doing a really good job at blocking balls from coming over too much. Really good on setups, good kills. They're really playing perfect right now for the first couple of minutes in this.
Absolutely. Delhi just looking like a much stronger team to start. Momentum's all in their favor right now, as 16 seconds left in the timeout. Refs will blow the whistle. We've got 4 of them here today.
You hope that timeout can kind of give Umpy a little bit of time here to get some momentum.
Lodgson serve is up. Mateo will field that. Gardner over to Guiboche. Nice dig there by Lodgson. Good rally going on. Poston will look to set up Nuss on the left side. It's good. That connection from Lauren Poston to Kayla Nuss is going to be something to watch out for all afternoon. Poston with over 618 assists this season alone. Almost at 1,000 career assists for her. She's a senior. A hit there by Kolkow. Ludmer's hit goes out of bounds long, and Umpy will get their first point of the night.
Yeah, now you want to see Umpy kind of see if they can get their own type of rally going. 7 straight points for Delhi. Umpy's turn to kind of get going.
Serve went up by Bolhughes, who just came into the game. And Nuss, Mateo, not able to field that one cleanly off her hands. And another kill early for Kayla Nuss. This time we'll see Lauren Poston, get the chance to serve. South Carolina native. Soft touch there. Blocked nicely by Plasania. Poston. Free ball for Umpy. Gardner over to Onspach. This rally's coming out nicely. Both teams not wanting to give it up. Mateo, nice dig there. And backwards hit by Gutierrez. Nobody in the vicinity for Delhi. 8-2 is your score with Umpy serving.
And why not? You got nothing to lose if you're Umpy. Down a good bit here. That should give them a good amount of momentum.
And it will. Ace there for Onspach. See if they can get a good rally going, good boost of momentum.
Yeah, and a well-used timeout by head coach Jonathan Bowman. Perfect time to do it. Got his team right back where they need to be.
Serve by Onspach is up. And that serve went long. And so Delhi will get possession back. Current score 9-3.
You don't hate that if you're Umpy. You want to take kind of all the chances you can. So trying to get a service ace, not too bad of a play.
That one hits the wall. Point for Delhi. Nuss with the ace. Serve is up by Nuss. Good dig there by Gutierrez. The hit there from Rosentrader will lead to a point for Umpy. for Gardner to serve. Poston to Plasenia. Nice try on the tip shot. Here's Gutierrez. Powerful hit. Blocked by Delhi. Poston will look to set up Moscow. And good block there in front by Ella Ludmer to give Delhi an 11-4 lead early in this first set.
Yeah, early on, Delhi's done a really good job at getting up, getting their taller players up front, and blocking every opportunity.
Ella Ludmer will serve. Hit there is saved by Poston. Hit there by Sheltra. Easy dig for Umpy. A block there. Faith Sheltra gives Delhi another point. Just jumping up, blocking it, hitting it over. Give her credit on that kill.
The block was sweet, but what was even better was that dig by Poston to kind of keep that play alive for Delhi.
Here's Gardner over to Kolkow. Hits the net. Now we've seen Delhi go on another small run here in this first set. Serves up by Ludmer. Gardner just let Mateo hit that one. Now Poston will look for Plasenia. Can Umpy keep it alive? Free ball for Delhi. Poston to Sheltra, saved once again by Umpy. And great play there by Noel Plasenia. Great job again by Poston to keep that play alive. And Plasenia hitting that one in the middle. No Owls around.
And Umpy's got to try to make it as challenging as they can for Delhi. Kind of give them free balls right now. You don't want to do that to a really good Delhi team.
Gutierrez back to Rosentrader. And now Poston will set up Plasenia. It's good. Back-to-back kills for Plasenia. Second timeout called by Bowman and the Umpy Owls. We will take a break. SUNY Delhi up 15-4 in set number one. We're back here after the second timeout called by head coach Jonathan Bowman and the Umpy Owls. SUNY Delhi up 15-4. If you're just tuning in, it's Owen Snow alongside Nolan Humphreys. Ludmer to serve after the timeout. Gardner over to Rosentrader, but Delhi will get the point once again. Or, excuse me, Umpy will get that point.
Yeah, and we saw Umpy out of their first timeout go on a little bit of a run. Now they're called their second timeout. Wonder if them getting that point can start another run for them.
Hit there by Moscow is good. Just beautiful pinpoint accuracy on the hit. Now Noel Plasenia will give serving duties for Delhi. 16-5 your score. Gardner Now here comes Moscow once again. Nice dig there by Gardner. Poston, nice tap over for the kill. Placenia's serve is up. Digged by Rosentrader. Good block there by Sheltra and Moscow. Delhi just pouring it on here early.
And at this point, if you're Umpy, you want to get kind of the break between the sets as quick as you can. Make the adjustments as needed and see if you can try to figure out this Delhi team.
That hit goes out of bounds. Delhi will get a point once again. This Delhi team's been on another level to start. As I say that, that serve hits the net. And now Umpy only is down 19-6. With Bailey Rosentrader to serve, the freshman right side hitter out of Wyoming. And her serve hits the line, which is considered inbounds. Give Rosentrader that ace on the play.
I wonder if they try to do something like that again, where it might be on the line, but Delhi might not go for it.
That time, ref will call it out of bounds. They went for that exact same play, but Delhi, they let that one go out of bounds once again and are given the point. Now, freshman, New York native Miranda Moscow, the serve for Delhi. Low serve. That one hit over by Onspach. Now Poston will look for Nuss on the left side. Nice dig there by Gutierrez. Poston to Sheltra. Umpy able to save it once again. Nuss, you bet. 21-7. Delhi just running away with this first set. Ref will say that went out of bounds from the serve from Moscow. Good try there, trying to aim it on the line.
We've seen Umpy try that. I wonder if they go back to that.
Newly checked in Haley Saylor, senior defensive specialist. Another New York native. Here's the serve. Poston will look for Nuss. What a dig by Mateo. And a little bit of miscommunication from Onspach and Saylor will give Delhi a 22-8 lead.
That just can't happen in the playoffs. You can't have miscommunication like that. Ball's up in the air for a couple of seconds. You want somebody to be able to go under it. There was a couple of really good digs from Mateo. You would have liked to put that ball in play for Umpy.
And beautiful serve by Lodgton. Nobody in the area. She placed that one perfectly in the coverage. Give her a service ace. 2 points away from winning this first set, Delhi is. Onspach's hit will lead to an Umpy point. Nice hit there and good kill.
Good power on that. Delhi just wasn't ready for it. Umpy gets a point.
Brianna Bolhughes to serve for Umpy. That one goes way out of bounds right. Now, Delhi's 1 point away from clinching set one here in this North Atlantic Conference quarterfinals here at the Newman Gymnasium. Will be Lauren Poston. See if she can close it out. And she can. Delhi takes set one by a score of 25-9. Nolan, final thoughts on that set?
Delhi did really, really well. Didn't really make too many mistakes. And on the other side, Umpy's got to figure out how to, counterattack the mistakes that they make. That you can't make too many against Delhi, and they did. They messed up some serves, some miscommunication, maybe a little bit of a feeling out process for Umpy. You're going to have to come in the second set, and you're going to have to win it.
We'll be back in around 2.5 minutes here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We are back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, getting ready to start set 2 in this North Atlantic Conference volleyball quarterfinals matchup between the 3-seeded SUNY Delhi Broncos and the 6-seeded University of Maine-Presque Owls. If you're just tuning in, Owen Snow alongside Nolan Humphreys. Set 1 ended by a score of 25-9. Delhi taking that one by ease. 5 kills in that set alone by Kayla Nuss. Like I said, she's a player to watch out for. Served there by Lodgton. Poston will look to set up Nuss, and she'll continue her hot hand in this second set with the kill.
Yeah, that'll make it 6 kills on the match so far. Not only that, though, she has 6 digs as well, being offense and a defensive player.
Absolutely. Lodgton to serve again. Fielded by Gribosh. And good job by Nuss once again.
Had to reach her hand a little bit over that one to put that one in for a point.
Lodgton to continue serving duties. She's been a very good player this afternoon so far. Great defensive specialist. Hit there by Gutierrez is good. And a kill for her. 2-1 now, your score.
And she was one of their better players for Umpy in the first set. So if Umpy's going to have any chance in winning this, she's going to have to be a big part of it.
Served by Onspot, goes out of bounds long. Too much power on that one. So Delhi will regain possession just like that. Poston to serve. there by Bosch. Here's Nuss to Poston, to Plasenia. Last touched by Kolkow. She's not able to corral it. Delhi to continue this run, this small run they're on.
Yeah, but every time they get on a small run, it usually ends up becoming a little bit bigger as it goes on. So
Poston can't serve that one over the net. So an service error by Poston will give Umpy their second point of this second set. Serve is up by Gardner. That one lightly tapped over by Evelyn Elijah, but Delhi. Beautiful volleyballing so far here.
And a couple of really good digs to set up that kill that just goes off of a Umpy player.
Serve up by Nuss. And lightly tapped over by Gutierrez. Great save. There's Kolkow with the kill for Umpy. This Umpy team staying a lot more alive in this second set compared to the first one where Delhi just had a huge lead to start, but this one is only decided by 2 right now. Make it 1 as Gutierrez will get the ace. That one wasn't fielded cleanly.
Maybe Umpy got to fill out Delhi a little bit there in that first set. Coming into the second set, made all the right adjustments, and it's way more competitive.
That one was just too long of a serve by Gutierrez. Good job just to let that one go out of bounds by Lodgton.
If you're Umpy, though, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have any self-inflicted mistakes that can cost you points.
That serve by Ludmere had some spin on it, so hit the net, but eventually went over, and there was nobody in that area for Umpy. And sometimes volleyball can be a little bit of luck, too. Ludmere's serve is up. Gardner will look to find Bosch. Blocked there by Sheltra. The hit by Elijah, saved. And here's Moscow. Beautiful kill. Now your score 8-4 Delhi. That one a light serve. A hit by Kolkow. Good save by Ludmer. Kolkow once again blocked. Bosch goes top left corner. Just perfect accuracy. Now, sophomore right side hitter Evan Elijah will serve for Umpy. Plasenia is able to dig it, but Sheltra not able to catch up to that one to keep the play alive.
This is the type of set you want for Umpy. Only down by 2 at the moment.
Plasenia, Poston. Nice dig by Gardner. Poston will look to set up Plasenia. And all of the Umpy players heading towards the ball and gives Delhi a point thanks to Plasenia's kill. She will serve. Digged by Gutierrez. Here's Moscow. Good dig there by Lodgton. Here's Moscow once again, the tip shot. Nice dig by Gardner. And great job to keep the play alive. Gutierrez Colcow can't finish it off, but what a rally we had on that play.
Yeah, you don't know what was said in the umpy huddle in between sets by Jonathan Bowman, but you have to imagine it woke his team up.
Serve here by Placentia. Gardner to Onspach. Nice dig by Placentia. And here's Moscow. Just hitting that one over. Free ball for Umpy. Bosch. Nice block by Poston. Gives Delhi a point. Timeout called by Umpy. The Owls staying a little bit more alive in this set compared to the first one, but Delhi still with the 5-point lead. Your score 11-6. We'll be back in a minute. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Coming off an Umpy timeout. Delhi leads the second set by a score of 11-6. Noel Placentia to serve for Delhi. Bosch. Saved by Delhi, and here's Moscow with the kill. Top left corner is good. A lot of these kills so far haven't really been the most powerful shots, but they've been accurate ones.
Yeah, a lot of them have been a couple of inches, even centimeters from the line.
Gardner for Onspach will be good. That ball went over to the scores table. Almost hit Zach Mills, our SID director, right in the face. He was able to catch that one. Bunch of equipment down there, too. Don't want to break any of that. Anyways, here's the serve by Riley Colcow. Poston, Sheltra, and Delhi. Another point here, 13-7 your score. With Miranda Moscow serving.
And Umpy's going to have to start to get some momentum to gather some points because Delhi keeps playing the way that they were playing before that happened. You know, it's going to be an uphill climb.
And let's see if it starts from that service error by Moscow. Will be Nyla Guiboche to serve. Freshman outside hitter. Get this, Nolan. She's not even from the States. She's from Winnipeg, Canada.
That's a cold place.
Nice dig there by Mateo. Can't keep it alive, however. Yeah, I've never been to Canada, but I've always wanted to go there. I mean, it's really not that far from where we are. It's about a 3-4 hour drive. I mean, from like what, Montreal?
Yeah, I've only been there twice. It's not bad.
You've been there?
Yeah, Fredericton.
Nice. Anyways, Lodgson with the serve. Gardner to Guiboche. Poston will look to set up. That was Ledmer. Goes way out of bounds. Too much power. Again, Ella Ledmer, although with the attack error, it's another player to watch out here for Delhi. She was only freshman last season. Didn't get much playing time at all, but this year in a much bigger role for this team, starting a lot of the games, and just a good all-around player. 60 kills, 36 aces, 48 digs. And in her one game against Umpy in the regular season, had 3 kills and 5 aces. That last point was credited to Delhi. Poston served that one. Free ball for Umpy. Gutierrez. Nice dig there by Lodgton. Can Nuss finish it off? Guibo says no. Nuss once again. Gutierrez to field that one. And here's Kolkow. Digged by Poston. And Nuss. Just a good rally from both teams. That one hit the top of the ceiling. Took a weird bounce. And thanks to that, Umpy will get the point.
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Umpy got that there. Now you want to see if this can set them free for some much needed points.
Brooke Gardner was the one to serve that for Umpy. And Poston not able to keep that one alive for SUNY. And with that, the lead has been cut down to 4. 15-11 your score. Gardner, low serve is good. And Umpy's going on a little bit of a rally. That's 3 consecutive points.
This is the closest Umpy has been since it was maybe 5-3 here in the opening set.
And just not enough power there by Gardner. She was looking for the same result as that last serve she had where it led to an ace, but wasn't able to get enough power on that.
Yeah, you hope that self-inflicted mistake right there doesn't come back to bite them later on.
Well, Umpy will get it right back thanks to that service error by Kayla Nuss. Umpy only had 9 points in the first set. They've already cracked that. They're at 13 now. Gutierrez will serve. Poston, Ludmer, Mateo, nice dig. Kolkow. And here's Placentia, tip shot. Umpy able to keep it alive once again. Lodged into Moscow, tipped up by Elijah. And here's Gutierrez. This rally's going on for a long time. No team giving up yet. That hit by the libero Mateo goes out of bounds, and that beautiful rally ends with a Del High point. Serve is up by Ludmer. And Guy Bosch couldn't keep it alive. 18-13 your score. Got all the Husson volleyball players in attendance right below us in the bleachers. Just trying to watch this game and find out who they will play tomorrow. And Umpy will get a point there. Again, if you missed it from the pregame, Husson will play the winner of these two teams tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at the Newman Gymnasium. Will be me and Nolan once again on that call. Winner will be determined this afternoon. Nuss over to Moscow. And another point for Umpy. 18-15.
Perfect time for Umpy to start to get a little bit of momentum. It's not out of reach.
Ref blows the whistle. I think we're gonna redo that serve. Serve is up by Evan Elijah. That one was fielded. That one wasn't fielded correctly, but wasn't fielded correctly, excuse me, by Placentia. I couldn't speak right there. Anyways, Umpy has cut the lead down to 2. Poston to Moscow. Tip shot. Nice dig by Gardner. Guy Bosch watching able to clean that one up. And Placentia's hit gets blocked. Moscow can't finish it off. Her hit out of bounds. And in the second set, the lead has been cut down to 1.
And these two teams faced off earlier in the season, and Umpy didn't get past 19 in 3 sets. 2 away from matching that.
Lodgton, Poston, Moscow. Guiboche, tip shot, saved by Poston. Another rally going. Moscow tip shot. Gardner with another dig. He's had quite a few of those today. Poston for Plasenia this time. And she will get the kill. An off-platform hit that led to a beautiful kill. The top left corner once again.
You said it earlier, you know, not all these kills have power to them, but they have really good accuracy, and sometimes that'll do it.
It was a good serve by Plasenia. Gutierrez, nice dig. Anspach. Moscow able to keep that on one live. Can she finish it off with the kill? Mateo will field that one cleanly. Now Guiboche. Dig by Nuss, and now Moscow once again. Gutierrez dive and dig. Guiboche, another dive and dig by Lodgton. A huge rally. Poston, that one was hit by Kolkow. Moscow. That one almost hit the ceiling once again. It's been the longest rally we've had all afternoon.
Easily rally of the game right here.
Plasenia, and hit off the hands of Gardner, and Plasenia will win that rally for Delhi.
In my opinion, she's been Delhi's best player in this second set. Got some good kills, got some good digs.
She's been a good all-around player. That's absolutely correct, Nolan. That one touched the line, and Umpy will get that point right back. 20-18 your score. This one really might come down to the wire. We'll have to see. Newly checked in freshman Caitlin Robertson out of Virginia will serve. Here's that dig by Moscow, or hit by Moscow. That was digged by Robertson. That one last touched by Gardner, and Delhi is now 4 points away from winning the second set, and we'll put them up 2-0 on the day.
I wonder if maybe Delhi gets 1 or 2 more, then we see a very late timeout.
Gardner to Anspach. Ref blows the whistle. Will give Umpy the point. Nyla Guiboche will serve for the Owls. Plasenia, Poston, Sheltra, and Umpy once again with a point. Timeout called. First one today by head coach of Delhi, Bo Brackey, in his 21st season with the program. Wants to talk things over just to make sure Delhi can fight Umpy off and finish with a set win. We'll be back in about 50 seconds. back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. 21-20, your score. Delhi still has the lead in set number 2. Powerful hit by Nuss will get blocked. Placenia, free ball for Umpy. Onspach ties it up for Umpy. This has literally been the closest they've ever been all day.
And Umpy had to dig in for this. They were down by about 7 earlier in this set. They dug in, forced Delhi to call a timeout, and now we have a tie game.
Sheltra gives the lead, takes over the lead for SUNY. 22-21 with Audrey Lodgton serving for Delhi. Robertson, Gardner to Gutierrez. Saved by Placenia. And the hit is good by Miranda Moscow.
And could we see a timeout? Yeah, timeout by Umpy.
Nolan called that one. Again, Delhi is 2 points away from taking a 2-0 set lead. Would put Umpy in a huge hole. So if they're able to tie this set up, this can really be anyone's game going into the third set, where that one will be the most important of the game. Like you said, Nolan, this Umpy team when they played didn't have a point. They didn't have over 19 points in the entire match. So being able to get 21 is just really good to see, and it's keeping them alive right now.
Well, it really goes to show that first set was really maybe more of a wake-up call for Umpy. You know, they didn't perform great, only put up 9 points. In this one, they've got 21. So, you know, they've really been progressing to be better. And, you know, if they win this, who knows? That third set, you know, it could be a 50-50 match.
Player I've liked so far for Delhi is Audrey Lodgton. Just such a good defensive player. 339 digs this year. Has won 2 NAC Defensive Player of the Weeks. This one just recently on November 3rd and on October 6th. As she will serve for Delhi. Mateo try to serve that one to Gutierrez. And Delhi with the beautiful block. And now their magic number is 1. The set's on the line for Lodgton. Can she finish it? Gardner look for Gutierrez on the left side. Now Possum look for Nuss. Robson able to keep that one alive for Umpy. Bosch. Dive and dig by Placenia. Nuss finishes set number 2 for Delhi. Final score 25-21. Nolan, what would you think about that second set? What was really the big factor in that one? How did Umpy almost win that one, and how did Delhi finish that one off?
Yeah, I think, well, you know, Umpy did really good versus what they did in the first set. I feel like they were more alert, you know, getting the balls a little bit quicker, not really making too many mistakes. And then Delhi, I thought it was a really, really good timeout by Bo Brackey a little bit later on in that set. That really set his team up to kind of come out there and not give Umpy a chance. Now this third set going into it, both teams, you know, obviously Delhi is going to, you know, feel like they can win it. You know, they just won 2 sets. Umpy should feel like they can win it, though. They put up a great competitive battle in that last set, putting up 21 points. Let's see if they can get 4 more and try to win this third set.
This third set will be very important for both sides. We'll be back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Don't go anywhere, as we'll give you live commentary for set 3. We are back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Owen Snow alongside Nolan Humphreys, getting ready to give all the commentary for this third set between the Umpy Owls, number 6 seed, and the number 3 seeded SUNY Delhi Broncos. Again, if you're just tuning in, first 2 sets were both won by Delhi. That first set, 25-9, easily Delhi took that one. But then in the second set, Umpy kind of made a run, but it still ended up Delhi 25-21. So you can start this one off with the first point. It will be Delhi has a little bit of miscommunication in front by Onspach and Kolkow. Again, the second set was one to watch out. Was a very exciting one. Kayla Nuss up to 9 kills on the day to go along with 10 digs. Louis Bosch, dig by Lodgton. And here's Nuss, tip shot. Mateo, Kolkow, left-handed, is almost kept alive by Placentia and Lodgton, but will end up as a point for Umpy. Another thing I want to point out is Lodgton is up to 17 digs on the day. Averages about 8.5 digs per set. So she's doing a great job in that libero role. Umpy will take the lead 2-1 here.
First time this game, Umpy's had the lead.
Poston for Nuss. Mateo dig. Nuss over to Poston, over to Ludmer. Lodgton just hits that one over, a free ball for Umpy. Onspach. Poston able to hit that one over. Will be awarded the kill. That one just hit off the hands of an Umpy player. I believe that was Gardner. Now, Poston will serve for Delhi. Onspach. Nuss able to dig it. And Placentia. That one's digged nicely by Mia Gutierrez. Dive and dig by Lodgton. But Placentia's hit went long. And 3-2 your score right now. Umpy leads.
You know, Delhi would like to get out here with a clean sweep, just like they did in the regular season. Umpy, though, wanting the battle back here, trying to force it all the way to set 5.
They'll have to, or else their season is over. Delhi, they want to play Husson tomorrow. Onspach. Dig by Placentia. Lodgton will hit that one for Ludmer. Here's Gutierrez's hit. Digged once again by Lodgton. And out of bounds from that hit by Moscow. And Umpy takes the lead once again in this third set.
You mentioned the Husson players and coaches here. Got to imagine that's some good scouting they're able to get done for really both teams. No matter who wins, they should be prepared.
Absolutely. A lot of this Delhi offense is run around the set-in ability by Lauren Poston, looking for Nuss on that left side and Moscow on that right side. Both very dangerous outside hitters. Gutierrez. Nuss able to fill that one. Now Poston to Moscow. Touches the line and is good for a kill.
Pinpoint accuracy for Delhi. They take the lead back, 5-4.
Ludmer's serve is up. Gardner trying to throw the Delhi defense off. Nice dig by Poston. Moscow, 2 consecutive kills.
And a little bit of a run right here for Delhi. We've already seen Jonathan Bowman take timeouts earlier. Gotta wonder if this keeps going, maybe two or three more points for Delhi, and Umpy will call their first timeout.
You'll have to see Gardner to Gui Bosch. Nice dig by Nuss. Here's Gutierrez. Tip shot this time. Sheltra. Good dig there by Mateo. Blocked by Sheltra. Another block by Sheltra once again. Free ball for Delhi. Good rally going from both sides. That one hit too hard by Elijah. Again, both teams playing pretty decently well so far. Delhi up 3 so far in this third set.
You know, if Delhi goes on to win this set, you look at that first set for Umpy, you know, how it really wasn't that competitive as these last 2 sets have been. You know, a slow start can really hurt you in volleyball.
Absolutely. Rosentrader was checked back into the game just moments ago.
And I think Jonathan Bowman is right there to call in his timeout here in the next couple of minutes.
Ludmer will continue serving for Delhi. Gutierrez. She will get the kill for Umpy. Dive and try by Ludmer. It's no good. Lodgson back into the game for the Broncos. Serve is up by Gardner. Pass into Moscow. Digged by Gardner. Bosch will just hit that one over. Delhi will get an opportunity from Faith Sheltra. She's able to hammer it down.
Not much Umpy can do about that.
Now Placenia. Good chance to serve, and her serve's underway. Mateo. That one just hit off the hands. Took a bad bounce. And now 10-5, your score, Delhi. And a little bit of miscommunication, kind of a muff serve from Placenia will lead to an Umpy point. I wasn't really sure what happened there, but
looked like she was pointing out that somebody on Umpy wasn't ready or something, so she didn't serve, and it's an Umpy point nonetheless.
Lodged in. And Sheltra's hit is digged by Gutierrez. Moscow. And Umpy. Or excuse me, Delhi will get the point. Umpy thought they got the point, but ref said Delhi got it. Now freshman Miranda Moscow. Serve for Delhi. And they're going to say Sheltra hit the net, and Umpy will secure another point in this third set. They're only down 4. Again, there's a lot of time left.
And you don't know what they did kind of between that first and second set kind of intermission there, but whatever they did, it's working. I mean, they're competing with this SUNY Delhi team, and they're playing really well.
And 4 hits from Umpy. Delhi strengthens their lead by 5. Audrey Lodgton to serve. Gardner will set up on Spock. Nice dig by Lodgton. He's been an excellent defensive player today. That hit by Nuss Out of bounds.
Yeah, Lodgton's got well over 20 digs in this one.
Senior out of Colorado. Been a leader on this team. Robertson's serve is up. Robertson will just hit that one over. Fielded cleanly by Placentia, and Nuss finishes off. Just that hit. We've said a lot of these kills have been with accuracy. That one was pure power by Kayla Nuss.
Yeah, that one had some velocity behind it. And you got to wonder, when is Jonathan Bowman going to hit that timeout, try to regroup his umpy squad?
Onspach will just lightly tap that one over to Delhi's side. Good rally going from both teams. Guy-Bosch, watching, able to field that one. Nuss. Last touch by umpy, so Kayla Nuss with another kill under her belt. (14-8) your score. Delhi's 11 points away from advancing to the semifinals. Delhi keeps it alive. Great job by that front line of Ludmer and Placentia. That one goes over the head of Robertson.
Good discipline there by Robertson. Not reaching up for that.
Robertson, only a freshman. Here's the serve by Guy-Bosch. And good job there by Moscow and Lodgen to let that one fly. That one just went out of bounds. Kayla Nuss to serve. Gardner will look to set up Gutierrez on the left side. Now Possum will look for Placentia on the right side. Onspach loves to go for those tip shots. She doesn't have a lot of power on her kills. Nice dig there by Gutierrez. Free ball for Delhi. Ludmer, powerful hit. And last touched by Umpy. So Ludmer gets another kill on the board.
You're 9 away. Is Delhi. Umpy's got to try to at least give some pushback here.
Soft serve by Nuss. Onspach put power on that one. Backwards hit by Gutierrez. Placentia hit is digged by Gardner. Nice block up front by Ludmer. Gives Delhi a 17-9 lead. There's that timeout by head coach Jonathan Bowman. Delhi holds an 8-point lead in a win or go home matchup. Again, if you're just tuning in, Delhi took the first 2 sets, so if they win this one, they advance to play Husson. And Nolan, what does Umpy have to do out of this timeout?
I thought they should have taken their timeout a little bit earlier because, down by 8 right now, you kind of see the momentum that Delhi is going to get. And we've seen what they do out of timeouts. They go on a little bit of a run, and then Delhi takes it right back. So I would have taken the timeout a little bit sooner, but now there's not really much room for a mistake. You take the timeout a little bit sooner, you can kind of make a little bit of mistakes. But right now, Umpy can't have no room for mistakes.
Again, Delhi has been on a nice run in the middle of this third set. And now, can they finish it off towards the tail end? We will find out right here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network as Nuss's service up. Took a bad bounce off of Robertson's hands. Delhi has doubled their lead. Serve is up by Nuss. I think that one hit the ceiling.
Yeah, hit the ceiling here.
Ansbach put too much pepper on that shot. On that hit, excuse me.
Still some good concentration whenever it hits the ceiling. Maybe you can have a weird type of spin, type of bounce to it.
Anything is in play here at the Newman Gymnasium, within reason. Remember a couple weeks ago I was calling a game, hit the basketball hoop. Again, that's in play, so if it takes a weird bounce off the basketball hoop, there's really nothing you can do about it. Same with these lights up here, these speakers, really anything. Off the wall. The libero, Mabi Mateo. Newly checked in, Skylar Furtado getting some action here in the third set. Umpy secures point 11 for them.
I'll be showing some fight here. You need it. Throughout your season is done for. You know that they want to stay an extra night here in Bangor and play Husson come tomorrow.
Back-to-back points now, or back-to-back-to-back consecutive points now for Umpy. 19-12, your score. Tato dig that one. Ludmer's hit is digged by Mateo. Lee Bosch hits that one out of bounds. Sheltra will check in for Lodgton. Now Ella Ludmer, serve for Delhi. Gardner, big hit there by Rosentrader. A nice dig by Ludmer. Gutierrez's turn, blocked by Sheltra. Beautiful play by the freshman. Had 3 kills versus Umpy in the regular season. Go on, Nolan.
Yeah, using that height, 5'9", to her advantage there, being able to get up at that front line and block the shot.
Again, the SUNY team has a lot of height on them. Some notable players. Placeni is 5'10", Poston's 5'11", Nuss is 5'10", and Sheltra at her 5'9" height. Definitely can play a factor. Another newly checked in Bronco player, Brooke Paseni. Sort of a defensive specialist on this team. 120 digs on the year in 28 matches. Here's Sheltra. Her kill's good. And now they're 3 points away from advancing to the semifinals. Do you see a timeout here by Bowman?
I think he's got to get one soon. I think maybe the next point, but you know, I think they kind of do their best when they come out of timeouts. They're able to get 4 to 5 points, get some good momentum. But it's on his feel on the game. If he thinks that his team's able to stick into it, he knows his team better than anybody else. So if he reads the situation and kind of sees his team is going to be able to compete, he's not going to call one.
Here's Gardner setting up for Guiboche. Tip shot saved by Placenia, but isn't fielded cleanly by Lodgton. So now the score is 22-16. Again, still a long hill to climb for the Owls, but not out of the question yet.
They've got the momentum.
Lodgton, Poston, Furtado. Dig by Gardner. Here's Kolkow. Dig by Lodgton. Furtado once again. Kept alive by Umpy. But it's going to call a point for Delhi. And now Their magic number is 2. Nuss in for Pisani. Again, get arguably your best hitter on the floor just to finish this one off. Getting some communication from Gutierrez and the ref on why that play was deemed a Delhi point. Here's Skylar Furtado to serve. Hits the net.
And that's exactly what you needed if you're Umpy. A tough mistake for Delhi as they saw the win right there. Now Umpy, you don't want to try to get it all back. Get a couple back here.
Here's Evan Elijah with the serve. Poston over the Nuss. You bet! 1 point away now. Umpy has to go perfect. The game is on the line for the senior Audrey Lodgton. That one hit over, and Delhi advances. Set 3 ends in a score 25-17. SUNY Delhi gets the clean sweep here today against the 6th-seeded University of Maine-Presque Owls in this NAC quarterfinals matchup. Nolan, final thoughts?
Both teams played really well. I think, Umpy's slow start kind of got to him. The first set only putting up 9 points. You need a little bit more than that. Delhi played really, really well. It's going to be a really good challenge tomorrow for this Husson team. Excited to call that one.
Absolutely. So SUNY Delhi will give the privilege of playing this number 2 seeded Husson University Eagles tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Again, it'll be me and Nolan back on the call for that one. A good run, though, by Umpy this whole season, but it will come to an end here as Delhi just looked like the much stronger opponent. But anyways, that's all she wrote here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Me and Nolan will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. But until then, goodbye.